Hey guys, what's up? Today I got a UU match. This one is against Major Maru, and I'm getting to try out a Pokemon I've used I think once or twice before, and that's it. And no one else really uses it. So just like yesterday, if you can guess who it is, internet cookie for you. So I'm gonna leave with Zapdos because he has a Flagon, and I don't know. He might lead with it, but if he does, I'm kind of worried because I mean, Hitmontop can take hits with Intimidate, but can't like keep switch. Like it's not a hard counter, so I need to watch out for that. But I'm gonna do Zapdos, like I said. I'm gonna go for the Thunderbolt. I'm Specs, and it's only gonna do like less than half to this Mew, which is because he's max HP, max Special Defense, Calm, and I figured he'd probably want to stay in, knowing that he could take a Thunderbolt, especially since a lot of Zapdos are at most Life Orb, not Specs. So he figured, he can take a hit just fine, especially since he knows he's specially defensive, right? He's like, whatever. And so that's why he didn't switch out. I'm going to keep Thunderbolting. I'm like, if Flagon switches out, like, I'm my counter to him, the best thing I have against it is Hitmontop anyway, so I'm going to have to switch to get the Intimidate. So I might as well just stay in. Like, even if he switches out now to Flagon, like, it doesn't matter. I have to switch anyways as soon as Flagon comes in. So now I'm going to switch because I'm not getting a crit. I'm like, fuck. And I figure he's going to roost. I've convinced him that I'm just going to stay in and spam Thunderbolts all day. And he roosts so I can get a free switch into Shaman, which is great because it's a special wall. And I figure if he's got Stealth Rocks and Roost, he's probably got, like, Psychic or something. And then, like, maybe Will-O-Wisp or Taunt. So I'm going to go with the Seed Flare. Unfortunately, it does, like, absolutely nothing to his Zatu. And I don't get the special defense drop. He's going to set up a late screen as I go for the second Seed Flare just to get that drop. And unfortunately, no luck. So I'm kind of pissed off, but I'm going to switch back to Zapdos because I know, yeah, Zatu can't really do much. He hits me with a Nice Shade, which is kind of bad, but not a big deal. I'm going to go for the HP Ice here. I know he's going to switch into Flagon because the Thunderbolt's going to wreck him, and he doesn't want to switch out to Mew because he could almost get to it KO. Not really because max damage is like 47%, but it'd be close, especially if it'd put him really low. But so I predict the switch, and I do kill him. The damage was like 105 max to like, what was it, like 85 to 105 or something like that with the light screen. So I'm like, I am so glad that killed. I am so glad that killed. Here I'm going to switch to Hitmontop on his Bastiodon. I should have switched to Shaman because I figured the Toxic was coming, but it's okay. I'm going to get a chance to Rapid Spin here. I almost switched out predicting the Mew because it's super obvious, but I'm like, again, I don't really have much for this Mew because a lot of my attackers are special, and Zapdos with Specs is definitely my strongest hitter. And yeah, so I definitely need the rocks gone anyways because my only chance to really kill him is Arcanine. So I need those rocks gone for him. I'm going to switch out to Shaman. Psychic's not going to do a lot because, again, I'm a special wall. And I'm going to go for the Seed Flare again because I know Zatu's going to keep switching in to bounce back my Leech Seed, which wouldn't do anything because I'm a Grass type, but still waste a turn. Don't get the special defense drop again. Going to switch out to Zapdos. He's going to Roost. I figured he'd Light Screen, but his Light Screen's actually still up, so that's why he's not using Light Screen. As you can see here, it just ran out. But now I'm like, okay, he's going to switch, but I'm just going to go for Thunderbolts because the only thing that can take it is Mew, and hey, I know I can't 2-hit KO him, but with these 2 hits, it'll put him really low, where if I just get a crit in the next, like, 4 turns, I'm good. Or, you know what, I could even paralyze him. I don't really want to, because then Synchronize will paralyze me back, and that's bad to have a Specs Zapdos paralyzed, but I figure he might get Stealth Rocks up at some point in the near future, and I could spin them, but it's like, Zapdos is kind of, he's already less than half health and stuff, and I don't know. I want to save him, obviously, but I'm like, if I can get a Paralyze on his Mew, and that'll help me take him down a lot easier, like, I'll still be faster, obviously, because we're both paralyzed, but it'll help me take him out with something else, because he can get paralyzed on a Roost or whatever. But I'm not getting these crits, and he's getting up to a point where, like, I think pretty much now, even if I did get a crit, he can still live, because, like I said, the damage is only, like, 47% max, and I think Min's, like, around 40%, so he could technically live a crit. But I basically told him, I'm like, dude, I'm just waiting for a crit, and you're going to run out of Roosts eventually. Like, you can't Roost all day. Yes, I'll run out of Thunderbolts too, but that's fine. You'll have no Roosts left. I don't really care about having Thunderbolts. So he does indeed switch out, fearing the crit, and again, just the stalled outness. I'm going to kill his Bastiodon for free, and he's going to switch into his Hitmontop. Gonna hit that with a Specs Thunderbolt. That's going to do a lot, and he's going to get a Toxic off on me. I thought he was going to Stone Edge, but again, I'm just like, Zapdos, you did good. You know, you got the job done. You killed Flygon, which was the biggest threat on his team. I can stall his Mew out with my Shaman because I have Leech Seed, no problem. So whatever. But I do kill him. He gets a Toxic off on me. That's fine. Zapdos has killed half his team. I'm going to switch out here because I know I have no chance of killing him. I'm thinking he's going to go for the Psychic. Goes for the Roost, which I guess kind of makes sense, but Psychic probably would have killed me, so I don't know why he didn't just go for it. Not like it would have done a lot of damage to Shaman anyways, but that's just another PP of Roost that's gone. I'm going to go with Sea Flare here, and it's going to hit his Escavalier. It's not going to do anything, but it's not going to get the Special Defense drop again, which I believe at this point is, what, 4? I think? Yeah. 3 on his Zatu and 1 here. I'm going to switch out to him on top, just to get the Intimidate, and I figure he's probably going to go for the Macorn. I wanted to protect, but I'm like, I don't want him to get a free Sword Stance up, and he does indeed just flat out attack me, and that's not the greatest thing in the world, but at least it's better than him Sword Stancing. I'm Toxic though, so I'm going to go with the Stone Edge, thinking Mew will want to come in, and he Sword Stances, and I'm like, shit. Shit. That's not good. Okay, whatever. I'm faster. I'm going to go with the Close Combat. He's still +1. He's probably going to kill me with a Return or an Iron Head. Even without the flat damage, he'll help, you know, the Toxic will kill me. So I'll just go for the Close Combat. Doesn't really matter. I do get flat KO'd, but like I said, I'm pretty sure the hit plus the Toxic at that point would have killed me anyways. Doesn't matter anyways, because I have a Nidoking. I need to stop saying that word. Anyways. But yeah, so I have Nidoking. I'm going to come in with the Earth Power, and that's going to do a lot. I don't have Flamethrower on this Nidoking still. I just like Sucker Punch too much. It's too nice. I might get rid of Ice Beam. I don't know. It's Ice Beam with Thunderbolt's not that useful, but see, Flamethrower is not that big of a deal anyways. I don't really care. But I do Ice Beam. He's going to Nightshade me. He could have killed me if he did have max special attack with Psychic, but why would he? I think there was maybe a tiny chance to kill me if he was just like full defensive. Maybe. I'm not sure. I think it was like 97% max-ish. I'll have to redo the calcs, of course. But I'm going to switch to Shaman. Seed Flare. Again, not getting the special defense drop. He gets the Stealth Rocks back up. I'm like, whatever, that's fine. My Spinner's dead. This point doesn't really matter because, you know, half his team is already dead, so it's not that big of a deal. I missed the Seed Flare this time, which is great. So 6 hits, 1 miss, which is statistically, you know, right around 15%. 1 in 6 is like 16.7. But I haven't gotten a single special defense drop, and that's 40% chance. So that's kind of annoying. But he does get a Will-O-Wisp off on me, which means I can maybe bait it with my Arcanine to get the Flash Fire boost and then have Flare Blitz kill him. Finally get the special defense drop here. That's excellent. I know at this point I can go into Zapdos, basically fodder him if he wants to hit me with a Psychic. It'll kill me, but I'll probably die to Rocks and Toxic anyways. I just want to see what he does. I don't want him to get into Zatu because I only have 1 Seed Flare left. And if he switches and I kill his Zatu, I'm kind of in trouble because I want to save that last Seed Flare to give me a chance to lower his special defense on his Mew when he comes back in. So fodder out Zapdos, go on Arcanine. I know he's faster than both of them anyways. Just Flare Blitz. I'll take mostly Life Orb Recoil, a little bit from the Flare Blitz Recoil, like 9 damage as we just saw. But now I have that last Seed Flare, which may not work, but I'd rather have it than kill his Zatu. I just let Zapdos die. He's going to die anyways because he lived at 2 HP, so he would have gotten 1 hit off. But turns out I get a crit. Turns out it didn't matter because it was like 60-something to like 72% anyways, so it would have killed him even without the crit. And yeah, so all in all, kind of a stolen match, but again, I just didn't get any crits or special defense drops until right at the very end, which was kind of unfortunate. But either way, it was a good battle, and I enjoyed it, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. And oh, before I go, if you were guessing, it was actually the only Pokemon I didn't use, which I told my opponent, and he was like, I don't remember which Pokemon you used or didn't use. And I'm like, well, it was only Blastoise was the only one I didn't send out. And he's like, oh, was something special about it? I'm like, yeah, it was a cool set. It would have been fun. He's like, what? Is it like Choice Scarf with Water Spout? Like, I think jokingly, again, you can't tell on the internet, but I'm pretty sure he was joking. I'm like, shh, don't tell anyone. So the reason I made that team was basically because I was happy with Wailord and I wanted to use Blastoise because it's similar in that they're both Scarf with Water Spout and Ice Beam and Surf and HP Grass, so exactly the same movesets, pretty much the same idea, and I just didn't get to use him. He just was not going to be able to do enough damage to Mew, and so that's why I did not use him. But that's enough for today, and I'll see you all next time.